Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and cover a fragrance that was released, or at least I think it was released this year in 2018. It's from an independent house called Zodiac. The fragrance is called Niche 01. Now Niche 01 comes in a box that looks like this. It's almost exclusively sold at Max Aroma, so if you're interested in the fragrance, go ahead and check out their website. I've also got a discount code for 20% off of this fragrance and some of the other ones that I mentioned in my unboxing video. So go ahead and check that out. It only applies to these fragrances. I'm not quite sure how long they're actually going to have it, but in any case, that's what it is. Now the box is here, and if you pop it open, you get a fragrance that looks like this. And this is the presentation of it. It says Niche 01 and it says Zodiac on the front of it. Now the bottle and the box presentation really remind me of the Amouage bottles. Just the way that they're presented, the way that they come out, as well as the bottle shape kind of reminds me of that. But anyways, we're actually here for what it actually smells like. And what it smells like, at first, it kind of reminds me, it's got this very nice apple, this very nice pineapple-y smell, and the smell really does remind me of Aventus when you first kind of spray it on. And you know, I'm just taken back by that. I'm like, all right, well, you know, we've got another Aventus clone. Let's just be honest here. There are a lot of Aventus clones that are out there. What does it do anything better than Aventus? Unfortunately, no, it doesn't do anything better than Aventus, but it's not a slouch in its own. There are some fragrances that when attempting to clone other fragrances, they come across as, I guess you could say, very cheap, very just not good quality or good product. And this one, fortunately, does not come off like that at all. It comes across as a pretty decent interpretation of that. So you get that apple, you get that pineapple-y smell, and as the fragrance kind of develops, you start to get a little bit more woods in the scent. So you basically get a clean, woodsy type of a scent that's going to last a decent amount of your time on your skin, which is very, very pleasant. Overall, when I'm thinking of this fragrance, I do like to think of it as something that I would substitute in the case of Aventus. Many of you know I've got Aventus, well, you know, readily and handily, but the one thing is I am running out just because it's a rock star in my collection. I've been using a lot, so I've been using a lot of these fragrances that are attempting to smell like Aventus, and there are a lot of good ones out there. But this one, again, fills that kind of void, and if I'm looking for something to do that, it will do just that. Now, finally, as the fragrance kind of goes into its full dry down stage, what you're, again, really getting is this very nice citrusy, woodsy type of a smell. Now, this fragrance does say that it has blackcurrant in it, and I can kind of get a little bit of hint of blackcurrant, but it's not the major dominant note. Blackcurrant is one of my favorite notes in a scent, and there are things like Enchanted Forest was one of the fragrances out there that absolutely do that fantastically, but this one doesn't really do it that much. As far as compliments goes, strangely enough, I actually did not get compliments with this one. I have been known to get compliments from men specifically regarding Aventus. With this one, I really didn't get compliments from anyone. And when I had people smell it, they actually thought that it smelled like a good fragrance, but you know, they weren't gaga over it or anything like that. And I'm not sure if I'm attributing it to there have just been so many fragrances out there who are trying to imitate some, you know, this other fragrance, and so people have naturally smelled it already and they're less impressed, or if it's some other reason. Maybe it just doesn't smell as good. But either way, I did not get any major compliments with this fragrance. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating 3 out of 5 stars. I think this is a great fragrance that is solid for anyone who is just starting to build their collection. They don't want to spend that much money on something like Aventus. If you want an Aventus-like smell, I would definitely look at this one, and it is a pretty pleasant fragrance for that. The presentation is pretty decent, and the fragrance is pretty decent. And when you couple it with the discount codes that I mentioned, like 20%, it turns out to be a pretty good deal that you can actually get for it. So definitely, I would actually put it there. Where it's losing points for, obviously, originality. You know, despite the fact that I love Creed Aventus, I'm almost getting tired of a lot of Aventus-like clones, and it's just, there are so many. The one strange thing is you'll see me reviewing another fragrance that is going to be another Aventus clone, but that's for another day. In any case, it's losing points on originality. It's losing a little points for smell, believe it or not. Because I'm comparing it to Aventus, I'm comparing the absolute smells, and quite frankly, it just doesn't smell as good as it. Not saying that it smells bad, it does still smell good, but it just doesn't smell as good as what it's trying to get towards. But the price is right for the fragrance, so that's essentially it. If you're interested in the fragrance, again, go check out maxaroma.com and use my coupon code, which is down below. Hopefully it'll still be active, and check it out. All right, thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.